So I just want to give a heads up here. So we are going back. So there are few topics left out again in Selenium, but for that the prerequisite is you need to understand something called collections in Java. Okay, collections in Java. So collections, it is nothing but again a kind of interface. Okay, let me write it here. So in Java, we have one thing called collections. In collections, we have three types of interface. One is the list, one is the set, and one is the map. So we need to understand at least these two. So the implementation classes for these two are, one is the array list. You know, right? Interface. For interface, you should have an implementation class. Just remember like that. Okay. Has set. Okay, now let me quickly do one thing. What is an array list? How to declare an array list, and why this array list is used? So array list is nothing but it is used to store the values of same type. Now you should get it out. Hey Zakir, if you could remember, we know right array, right? You know array. Then why again we are using array list? Because this is also used to store the similar data types. Okay, for example, if you want to store int, you can just give 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6, or if you want to store the names, you can give it as double quotations Zakir comma Imran, and you can give it as Lokesh, something like that, right? Okay, you can give something like that in this case. But now why we are using array list when there is an array? Because array is of fixed size. So if you are telling, if you are creating an array with 10 bits of size, even though you're not using 10 bits, it will allocate 10 bits of size. Whereas an analyst, it is a kind of smart guy, he will dynamically change. So as you keep on adding, for example, here in this case, it will taking a default value of, I'm just giving layman example, okay, 8 bytes. So even though you are not adding the memory allocation of 8 bytes, it is still allocating 8 bytes. So for that reason, it is bit slower, and there are no inbuilt operations in this. Whereas in the array list, if you are giving only 3 values, I'm just telling layman example, don't get me into real, because we are not that much into Java development, right? So I'm just trying to make you understand what is a list and what is a set. So here it will take only 3 memory allocations, because it will dynamically keep on adding. For example, if you are adding one more guy, so it will change to 4. So that's the beauty of array list. And also there are a lot of inbuilt methods in the array list using which you can store the or access the elements, or it is easy for sorting, it is easy for manipulating everything. So let us try to understand how to create an array list and how to, let me, so this is not automation, right? This is Java learning. So let me create one class with the name called array list. Okay, array list. So this is a Java topic, array list in Java. Let me create it. How to create an array list? Okay, and what are the different methods in array list? Let us try to understand, and also let us try to understand the difference between array list and also the hash set. So just a simple thing, array. So I'm storing, 1 second, 1 minute, guys. Okay, array list. Let me give the name for that. So I'm just giving it as a list, array list. It is a list is equals to new array list. Okay, so this is a syntax to create an array list. That's it. So let me import that util class. So I was telling it is from Java util. So I'm importing array list. Superb. So I have created an array list. So this is how you need to create an array list. So this array list will store only strings. If your requirement is to store integers, just give it as integer. If your requirement is to store characters, give it as character. Okay, here my requirement is string. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Let me add the values into this, right? Why I'm telling you, tomorrow you'll understand. Okay, let me add apple. First I have added apple. How to add values, I'm just telling you. Boy. So this is how you can add the values into array list. Apple, boy, cat, dog. So I have added the values into the array list, and your array list is now having four values. Let me directly print that. Okay, array list, right? So I am directly printing the array list. Let me check the console for the output. If you could see, it is printing an array list. See, this is a list, right? So this is printing an array list with apple, boy, and cat. For example, if I want to access, or only I want to print at certain value. So if I want to get string, just type it as temp is equals to array list dot get index. I can get by index. I can get by index. For example, if I want to get the 0th index and print it, let me do that as well. So I'm just writing some common methods which we will be using as part of automation. That's it. So what I need to do, at 0th index it is apple. For example, if I want to print the value that is at third index, let me run that. So what I can do, it at third index it is dog, because apple is at 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now if I want to print all the values one by one, so if you guys could recollect, if you remember, there was one member from our team. I told thank you for her also. It was from Javeria, I believe. There are different types of loops. For loop, okay. For loop, in do loop and while loop. And also we have one more loop called for each loop. I repeat, we have understood about for loop. We spoke about for loop, do while loop, but there is one more loop called for each loop in Java, which was already uh, given. There was one topic or one session given by your friend Javeria. Okay, how to use that for loop today? Let us understand that. Okay, for each loop is very simple. For string x, because this is your string, right? String x. Just give it as array list. Okay, that's it. So now what will happen for each loop? What is happen? First thing, in the for each loop, you need to define the syntax for each loop is for what is the type, what is the type of variables you are storing in that. Just give the temp value and give the array list or whatever it is. So this is how you need to create. So now what will happen is, it this for loop, it will automatically take the size of this, and it will print each, it will store each and every value in this access. Okay, so x. So now let me try to print it. So if you could see here, I'm not giving size, I'm not giving increment operator, I'm not giving anything. Automatically this just simple statement will take all the things. It's very simple. Just give for and what is the type of that, and give some temporary variable and the list name from which you want to print. So let me not print this thing here, this thing as well. Now you will understand it better. So it will automatically get the size, it will automatically print. So that's the beauty of for each loop. So if you want to get the size of this list, how to get the size of this list, it's very simple. Let me print the size as well. After printing the array list, let me print the size. So array list dot size, that's it. So if you could see, what is the return type of size here, it is an integer, right? So how to print the size? So let me store it in a variable called length is equals to in dot size. Let me print it as, so size of the array list is this thing. So what is that? Length. So these things are needed for you to progress ahead. Now let me, after printing everything, after printing the size, after using the for loop, let me add one extra line here so that for us it is easy to understand. So let me print the third index, right? So here printing by giving the index. So here I am printing the index value. So this is the beauty of your array list. So how to create an array list? This is the syntax. Okay, let me write that as well. Syntax to create an array list. Okay, cool. You understood how to create a syntax. So this is adding, how to add values. You can use dot add method, adding values to the array list. Okay, now this is directly printing the array list. I'll tell you where we will be using this, directly printing the array list. Okay, next thing is getting the size of the array list. Where we'll be using, I'll tell you, you'll feel how I'm connecting the dots, you'll understand. Now using for each loop. So using for each loop for getting the values from array list. Okay, you can also use for loop, that is still fine. And now here it is printing the values at the required index. So what you can do, you can use a method called dot get. So this is the beauty of the array list. Now you should ask me a question, hey Zakir, where I will be using all this stuff, man? I don't know where to use, how to use. So now let me tell you one requirement. Okay, let me take it here itself. Is there any drop down list here? Okay, so now superb. I am telling, hey guys, go and check whether all these values are present in this country drop down list: United States, Canada, Germany, Australia, China, Brazil, India. So this is your requirement. I am telling, go and check whether these values are present or not. So first thing is, you'll ask, hey Zakir, your business or your manager, what are the values that I need to test? He will say that these are the values, these are the values that should be part of your drop down list. So what you will be doing is, you will create a you will create a array list, add all these values into that array list and give the name as expected array list. So your manager is telling that these are the list of the cities that you need to check or present in the drop down list or not. Now after that, while running the code, you will write the code in such a way that you will get all the values from this and create another array list with the name called expected array list. If your sorry actual array list, if your expected array list is matching with the actual array list, then that is how we can make use of your array list. So hope you are trying to understand where we are getting. Just give me a thumbs up if you understood. If not, I'll tell it again. Awesome. So for that reason, I was telling you, let us try to understand what is an array list and all this stuff. So for now, I don't want to give you too much information on the same day. Just try to understand what is array list. Tomorrow, let us try to solve this problem together. We'll just, I want a requirement. So you create an array list, add all the values inside that. Now, after that, try to get all the values from this drop down list. So just in the Google type how to get the values from the drop down list. So there is a method, very simple method, list of web elements. From that, get the text, use the for each loop. Try to crack the code and let us see. If not, I'll help you out. So tomorrow we'll be having a session. I'll be dividing the teams. Let us see how it goes. Okay, but try to solve this, guys. If you understood the question, just give me a thumbs up. I'll be happy. Try to solve that and paste that solution in our chat. Let us see who does that. Okay. And that's it for today. So I'll be stopping the recording. I'll